Hey yo, what's going on, man? This your boy First D, and right now you locked into the Vibes Blvd Podcast, and let's get it.
What's going on, y'all?
It's called Anything with First D. You again, First D.
We on site in Monroe, Georgia.
I'm a real student of the game.
Yeah, man. It has been a long time. It's been a long time indeed, man, indeed. For real, and honestly, it's been too long, man. I've been missing sitting down, just chopping it up, giving my take on things to y'all. I hope that y'all miss me giving those takes as much as I've missed giving them. Man, there's so much going on right now, man, and it's to the point where I was just like, bro, I got to, if nothing else, I just gotta give my opinion because I got a lot to say about a lot of different things that's been going on, and a lot of the things that we've been seeing in the news, social media, it's a lot going on, man, and before I get into anything, though, I do want to talk about. I want to just catch everybody up on what's going on with me since the time that I've actually did the podcast. So it's been a few months. I don't know exactly the date of the last episode. It was season two was different, man. I had season 2 going. It was me and my boy Black Boy, my partner, longtime partner. Day one partner, and he to be honest, he is still a part of the podcast. You will see a lot more of me solo, but you will still see Black Boy, aka Third D, on the Vibes Blvd Podcast. So let me give a round of applause to my boy in his absence right now. And since that time, a lot of things have changed. I'm not really sure if you could tell because my setup is always kind of niche, but I changed locations in a different city, not too far from my hometown, but in a different location now, so that's different. Just got a whole lot of different things going on. Still heavily into the t-shirt business, the custom apparel business, the marketing material, all that. If you need any of that, I'm your go-to guy. I'm gonna knock everybody else out the box because I'm gonna beat everybody prices. I accept the unbelievable last minute bulk orders that everybody else would turn down. So when you need anything of the sort like that done, no matter where you are in the world, get at me. We can make it happen. I kind of stepped back from the podcast. I stepped back from music. Well, let me explain first. So I initially stepped back from the podcast because I jumped back into music and I just wanted to put my focus into that. I dropped the project D After Dark. It was more so like an EP, 7 songs, all geared towards bedroom vibes. Everything on the project not straight R&B, but. So I wanted to put more focus on into the music, so I fell back from the podcast due to that. But since then, I fell back from both the podcast and music, just reassessing things, man. Just stepping back and just taking a good look at the landscape and trying to figure out where I fit into everything and trying to make sense of it all, trying to understand trends, trying to understand waves and different things going on. I just wanted to just step back and be like, man, what is this? Do I even really feel like continuing on doing that? And one thing, after all this time, one thing I can say for sure, when it comes to music, although my goal with it may have changed as far as what I'm looking for out of it. I'm not chasing any kind of deal or anything like that. I've been independent for a while. I plan to continue to rock out and be independent. Uh, and so I'm not gonna ever stop making music. When I do put music out, it's gonna be more so for people that just want to fuck with it. If something were to take off, something were to go viral, shit, I'm gonna ride the wave, man, and we gonna see what happens. But I'm not chasing that. And honestly, that helps me to be able to create more freely. I'm not really trying to appease what's happening now. I want to appease who wants to hear this shit, you know. And that's where I'm at with that. So it's gonna be some new music on the way at some point. I haven't really jumped back in the lab working on nothing seriously. I've been playing around, listening to beats and just playing around, coming up with hooks and stuff like that. As far as the podcast, man, I like to talk. I like to run my mouth. Anybody that knows me know that when it comes to a debate or just chopping it up about random topics, that shit, that's me all day. So I've been itching to plug everything up, get back on this microphone and goddamn give my views and opinions on things and shit. I just didn't really know how to jump back into it. I didn't know it. So with it being so like the more time that it had been since I did it, I wanted it to be a more elaborate, almost celebratory comeback. But man, it's just so much going on. I said, man, fuck it. I'm not even finna try to plan nothing special. Not doing any kind of crazy setups. And to be honest, I'm cool with that. I had to get it going, and you got to start somewhere. I've been saying I'm gonna get it started for the longest, and the longest never came. But well, we here now, and so let's do another round of applause just for getting the ball back rolling, man. And yeah. So to be honest, this was really so impromptu. I've just been sitting looking at what's going on. And I said, man, let me just set this shit up, man. I gotta get on here and I gotta talk. I don't have nothing planned. I don't have anything prepared or anything like that. But what I want to talk about for sure, man, is this recent situation. Is this Mississippi teen, 18 years old, Nolan Xavier Wells. He was recently found deceased. It was a 4th of July. Well, they're calling it an accident. He drowned, or well, we're not really sure what happened. His body was found after he had been missing for some time. He'd been missing for a few hours. I'm not even sure if it was a whole day he was missing. His body washed up. It was found in the area where they had been searching just the day before. Nobody seems to know what happened. Everybody's saying he went here, he went there, but nobody seems to know what happened. It's a really weird case, but what really stands out about that whole situation to me, and I don't want to be that guy, because when it comes to people, when it comes to human life, I love every human as my fellow man, fellow human, and I just find it. With these situations, I just can't put my finger on it outside of blatant continuation of shit that's been going on since the dawn of America. Nolan Wells was a young black man. He was there. He was there at an island off the coast of Mississippi with his friends, all white males. I'm not sure if that town. I'm not sure of the demographics of that town, but the pictures that have been circulating online show multiple instances of Nolan with nothing but white guys around him. So he may very well have been like the only or one of the only black guys in his friend group. Things not seeming right with the case, and it's just, for me, this is too many instances in America where the black kid, the one black individual. Sometimes it's not even a kid, but just the one black individual. Because it's not always guys. Sometimes it's situations where it's females it's happened to. The one black individual with all these white friends seems to be the only one that something tragic happens to. That seems to be the only one to die. Seems to be the only one to go missing. All the white friends from these groups are safe and sound, and some kind of way don't know what's going on. We don't know what happened. But the one black friend always seemed to be the one that shit happens to. For me personally, I'm not buying none of it. This shit been happening too long. It's been going on too long. In this country, shit, throughout the world. And look, I don't know what type of wake up call people need. My black people, but I don't know what type of wake up call we need. But stop willy-nilly letting your kids just be in these sorts of situations. I know it sounds antiquated. I know it sounds divisive. But look here, man. If you're gonna be the only speck of pepper in a sea of salt, you can't go. Nah. And I know Nolan was 18, so at that point, he can make his own decisions. Not really sure the family dynamics, but by 18, man, hopefully let's start to have that already ingrained in them, so we're not having to we're not trying to make those decisions for them. They can make it on their own. Like, you can have friends. Like, I'm not saying don't have white friends, but if this situation is you the only black person in this circle, nah, man, nah. And like I said, I'm not trying to be the one that's on that type of divisive timing, but it don't happen too much. It's a situation I'm not gonna speak of. Someone in my hometown, somebody that from when I grew up in the projects, they were just a few doors down from me. Situation with her son, with a group of white kids, and I'm not gonna go into details of the situation. He was the only one that something happened to. It's too many situations where we're seeing this dynamic, this lopsided dynamic of one black person with all these white people, and it's the only person that gets harmed, goes missing, ends up deceased is the black person. Nah, man, we ain't going for it. I'm not going for it. Y'all can, call me what you want. I'm only calling it how I see it. This is what I'm seeing. Like, this is what's actually happening. A handful of times, perhaps you can say it's coincidental, but nah, this don't seem coincidental to me at all. And I think it's well past the time that we got to start having those hard talks. In the household, we got to start having those hard talks. Like, hey, look, man. Look, this what's going on. We don't know why these people like that. We don't know why it's been so many years of them feeling like that about us. But this is what it is. We can't change it. We don't try to change it. We don't march. We don't argue. We don't keep our heads down. We don't beat our chests. Look here, man. Y'all got it. Y'all got it, bro. Just in those situations when you noticing your kids, your cousins, any loved one, you noticing them in a situation, in a group, surrounded by nothing but white people. I don't know, bro. Like I said, man, it's time to start having those difficult, weird, uncomfortable conversations. So I'm gonna get into this article. It's on Associated Press. And it's Nolan Wells' family that they're calling for more transparency and a deeper investigation, because honestly, you got to think, this is Mississippi. I'm from the South, Georgia, and if you from the South, you know how it is. You know how it is, and every now and again you run into those people that, especially like black people, they say, I don't see color, I don't see race. I got friends of all races, and that's perfectly fine. I have friends of various races as well, but it's very irresponsible in today's social climate to say things like I don't see color. What do you mean? Or do you see black and white? It's a world full of color, and as much as I hate to say it, the reality of that is, that is a factor. That's a factor. You walk into the room, depending on what the color of your complexion is, you're gonna be perceived a certain way. People can sit here as much as they want and say, well, it doesn't matter. I don't see. Bro, come on, man. I can say in my walk, it hasn't been many times that I've experienced overt racism. It's been a few instances, but see what I experienced is the weird, like, you in Walmart and you might find yourself on the aisle. It might be me and a white woman, and you notice the purse clutch, like, man, you good. And I'm not saying that white guys or guys of other races don't experience that same thing. What I'm saying is, to sit here and act like that's not a thing is very irresponsible. Like, we see what's going on in the world today. We see what's going on in this country today. To act like it's not a factor, how irresponsible of you. Matter of fact, if that's what you're going to add to the conversation, stay out of it. All right, but let's get into this. Let's get into this article by Associated Press. Family of Mississippi teen who died after July 4th trip called for transparency and deeper investigation. All right. The family of a Mississippi 18-year-old who was found dead after a July 4th boat trip with friends on the island off the Gulf Coast called for a thorough and transparent investigation during a news conference Friday with the Reverend Al Sharpton, saying many of the details they're discovering don't add up. And in Mississippi, man, come on, man. Civil rights lawyer Ben Crump, who was retained by the family of Nolan Wells earlier this week, has said the family has concerns about the investigation and plan to conduct an independent autopsy. Wells traveled by boat to Horn Island, Mississippi on July 4th with a group of friends, but did not make the return trip with them that afternoon. His body was found early Monday morning, more than a day later. While Jackson County Sheriff's Office officials said investigators don't suspect foul play in the black college student's death, the sheriff has asked for any witnesses or people with video from the popular beach island about 7 miles off the coast of Mississippi to come forward to help shed light on moments before Wells' disappearance and death. Wells' death has galvanized the black community. Actor producer Tyler Perry is helping pay for Wells' funeral. Former NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick is helping pay for his independent autopsy. And filmmaker Spike Lee showed up to the news conference to show support for Wells' family. Wells, who would have turned 19 next month, attended Southwest Mississippi Community College, where he played wide receiver on the football team. His family members have raised concerns, saying they've seen video of a fight allegedly involving their son, and saying that as an elite athlete, he was able to swim. Of course he could swim. Of course he didn't just drown willy-nilly. We know that. And of course, the officials down there will say they suspect no foul play. It's Mississippi, of course. Of course. I mean, we know how it is. And see, that's the shit that pisses me off. This is why I had to get on here and say something. Man, not only this, Carmelo Anthony. They done gave him, man, 35 years. 35 years, bro. Now, based off of the details that we've been receiving about that situation. Carmelo Anthony was attacked. He was jumped. The individuals jumping on him were well past his size. They were at least twice his size. It's been said that he didn't even get up out of his seat once being attacked. So, in any other instance in the state of Texas where this would have happened, where those same circumstances would have happened, that individual would have gotten off. Self-defense, stand your ground. At the very worst of it, that individual would the charge would have been manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter type shit. But to be honest, this situation dealing with Carmelo Anthony and the Austin Metcalf situation, it's not just that don't just fall onto the law, into law enforcement and onto the government, because that case went to trial. This verdict was reached by a jury. That means we it ain't all. It's not just the government. It's the people. The minds of the people in this country is also corrupt, man. These people sat there with the details of this case and probably didn't give a damn. They reached the verdict fast. Probably didn't give a damn about what was really said. This white boy was killed by this black boy. Come on, man. But in the same state of Texas, a white boy killed with a knife, with a shank in the bathroom of a school, killed a student that he invited to a fight. Killed him. You think he got charged with murder? Come on, man. If these people not trying to send a clear message, all the redistricting that the politicians have going on to try to eliminate black districts that's gonna have predominantly black populations with where the black people will have more of a vote. They switching all that shit around. They're not playing fair. They've been not playing fair. And you'll have like the type of shit that sets us back. You'll have you might have one well-to-do black person that's like, racism doesn't exist. Look at me, I made it. How could I make it if racism exists? Bro, you're counterproductive to the whole mission, bro. And again, to those type of individuals, if that's what you got to add to it, bro, stay out of it. Just don't say nothing, because you're not speaking for the people with that. You're not speaking for us with that. That's not what we own. Like, of course, a few people gonna make it through the cracks. Because you need those tokens that's gonna stand up there from up high and say, nah, they let me in. They can't be racist. To say that there's an attack on us, that would be a gross understatement. And to be honest, I think we've gotten so comfortable because the illusion of equality hasn't been any greater than what it is now. It feels like because it doesn't the struggle don't feel like, or the struggle is a different type of struggle from back in the day. It feels like we are on even playing ground. It feels like everything is on the up and up. And so black people, we've gotten comfortable with things being the way that they are, and right up under our noses, they'll change this law. We're not paying attention. We so happy, like we get to a point where it don't feel like we struggling. So we locked in on that. We not paying attention. They'll change this law. They'll move this around. They'll do this. They'll do that. Shit. The next thing you know, you look up, everything different. Everything fucked up for you. We got to be proactive, and we have to be intentional about what the goal is going to be for us moving forward, and what we trying to see ourselves in this whole mix. Like it's the goal. Like a lot of times, people will say, if you don't like it here, go back. Go back where? Like the Black American experience is one of the most detached experiences. Probably the most detached experience ever. We know that we got roots from Africa, and then it's so confusing because you got a lot of Black people that's saying, well, my roots didn't come from Africa. My folks was already here. You know, it's all confusing. We don't know where we come from. Everybody else got some sort of solid idea like that. My people come from here. We can say Africa, but where at? And you do the, you can do the DNA test. Send your shit in to these companies that they can probably use to clone you for some kind of purpose later on down the road, but who knows how valid the results they give us back are. And that's really, and at the same time, that's still not telling you much. Like, the Black American experience is very detached. Like, we're very detached from any, like, we don't know. We don't know. And we need to decide, like, so what's the mission? Like, are we trying to, we're going to stick it out here. We're going to make shit right here. We're going to keep fighting to make it right here. We're going to leave. Whatever the case is, everybody got to be on one accord. It's too much division. You got the people that don't give a damn. They just ain't shit. I'm just trying, just trying to survive, trying to make my money. So, they're not really moving the needle. They don't really care if we go this way or that way, long as their status quo doesn't shift too much. You got like I said, the well-to-do Black people. Sometimes they don't even be well-to-do people. It's just people that want that white acceptance so bad. And have you ever noticed all those guys? My goodness, all those guys. They're like I'm a Black person, and that racism isn't real. Like, you guys just need to stop it. Racism. Why do all the Black people that are like pseudo white people? Why do they all talk that way? Like, there is a slur that I'm not gonna use that we back in my day of growing up, we would have used that from them guys that talk like that. I'm not gonna use that slur. But I don't know, like, what it like. Okay, maybe you're a Donald Trump supporter. Maybe you do feel like Black people are beggars and are useless, and maybe you do feel like the white men are being treated wrong. But why you got to talk like that though? I'm saying they all got that certain way they talk. Like, yeah, like I'm a Black guy and I know that there's no racism. Like, and you're supposed to be the one that convince us of anything, bro. You just a token and don't even realize it. A token and don't even realize it. You got motherfuckers like Chud the Builder. They let him run around here for too long. Like, I'm never one that would just encourage violence, but to sit here and say I'm exercising my First Amendment right, walking up to people calling them nigga. Hey nigga, like, this the type of shit y'all like that's what y'all want to push. That's the type of shit that goes up in the algorithm. Stupid shit like that. And it's just so disappointing, like, the state of things right now, man. And everything that I've said in the time, how long I've been going? I've been going almost 30 minutes at this point. Everything that I've said is all dealing with racial shit and domestic racial shit here in America. I ain't even touched on the shit going on dealing with our military and our government overseas and the type of hold that the country of Israel seems to have over the United States government. Haven't even touched on that yet. And all this shit is just sickening. It like the people in charge, you know, growing up, you used to, you know, songs like "Fuck the Police," you know, "Fight the Power," like those songs that had like a clear political message about it. You know, whether it's this way or that way, it's at the time. I mean, as a kid, like that was just dope music to me. You know, you I didn't really understand like the just how fucked up it was, and as you continue to grow and you learn and you just seeing how shit is, and it's like, bro, the shit that I feel like saying is the same shit that they were saying then. And even before that, and it's like, I feel like nowadays, the unfortunate part is when it comes to hip hop music, it's so fucked up because we don't champion music with a message anymore. Like it's all about rap, you know, kind of being offbeat a little bit, weird voices. Like making your voice really weird. You know, the music scene is very strange. The way the guys dress now is more feminine than the women. You know, painting fingernails and wearing sheer tops is weird shit. You know, but none of it has a message. And I think that's a problem. Like I don't agree with saying I don't agree with bashing artists that don't make that type of music. I think it's a space for all of it to exist. But I would like to see, you know, I would like to see some of the people that had that message that, you know, just as another option. Like I know that the music is out there. Push it more to the mainstream. Push that more to the mainstream because I think that's what we need right now. You know, and it's funny that I kind of transitioned into this, but now that I'm here, I do want to say all that. With that being said, at the same time, the type of backlash that Young Miami has gotten for her hit song, "Spin That," I think that's completely bogus. Like, how dare y'all black people get up here? How dare y'all black people get up here bashing this girl about this song, talking about boycotting the song and talking about, oh, people. Oh, I guess people don't care. People don't want to grow up. Don't want to be free. Man, you saying this? What have you said about about Congress, the House of Representatives, the Supreme Court, the president? It's a lot of other shit you could stand and raise your fist to before bashing Young Miami about that song. It's a lot of songs that came before that if that's how you feel, you could have been on that wave. That's that song, "Spin That." That's the one song that's just fucking up our culture that bad. All this shit that's out here, like that's the one. Man, go ahead on, man. Go ahead on, man. Like all this shit that the government got going on, and y'all talking about a Young Miami song. Oh man, these record labels pushing this music and it's fucking up you, man, bro. Y'all say something about the government that really got this shit fucked up. This shit is all a distraction, and y'all feed right into it, ignoring the bullshit that they're doing on a day-to-day basis. Like, they like to say what the founding fathers thought and what they wanted for this country. Do you think if the founding fathers who left and went to war with Great Britain over being taxed by some bullshit, do you think that if they knew that we was being taxed, our tax dollars is going to Israel and all these overseas wars and funding all this bullshit, do you think the founding fathers would stand for that? All this bullshit they spending our tax dollars on, and we don't even get a say. We can't say nothing about it. We just got to give them the money, and they do what the hell they want to do with it, and they expect the money to come in. If you don't pay them, now you finna be fined. Your check getting garnished, and let it run up. Let that tab run up too high. Your going to jail. They come to seize assets. Yeah, give us our money to send to Israel and these other countries overseas, or your ass going to jail. We're gonna garnish your paycheck where you getting paid. You already getting paid peanuts and pennies. We're gonna garnish that motherfucker because we got to send this money overseas. We need that. God bless America. Hey man, I'm gonna end it just like that, man. I just wanted to jump. I just wanted to get back on here after that long hiatus and just start to give y'all my opinion once again and throw my voice out there into the ethos. And man, we're gonna keep this thing going. We're gonna start it back going on a more regular, more consistent basis. And I'm not gonna be afraid to do short, sweet episodes like this right here, man. This right here, I guess this right here, season 3, episode 1. Hosted by your boy First D. This is the Vibes Blvd Podcast, man. I appreciate y'all for staying here, locked in with me. This podcast is available anywhere you find podcasts. You can find the full videos on YouTube. You can find the clips. They're going to be on social media. It's going to be clipped up on YouTube as well. The Vibes Blvd Podcast. Y'all ride with me. Peace.
What's going on, y'all? This is your
We on site, Grand Mama, Georgia.
I'm real.